With the recent introduction of a new addition to the Titan family of rifle scopes, the 3-18x50, we've now just made your choice a little bit harder because you've got to choose between two very similarly priced models. The other one being the 5-25x56 that's been around for a little bit over 2 years now. In this video, we're going to run through some of the differences between these two scopes, some of the strengths and weaknesses, and help you to make that decision. Let's first talk about magnification range because that's kind of the standout difference between the two. Now, you may think straight away that the 5-25 is more for those who need the higher end of the magnification range, and the 3-18 is more for those who need the ultra wide field of view at 3 times. Yes, that's true, but let's consider the fact that the 5-25 has a 5 times zoom optical system and the 3-18 has a 6 times zoom optical system. So in reality, the 3-18 is a little bit more versatile. 18 times is more than enough for sort of long range precision shooting applications, especially with this quality optical system. You're going to get that clarity at 18 times and you're going to be able to see small details at really long distances. And that 3 times really gives you an ultra wide field of view for hunting, while you might argue that 5 times magnification as the minimum on the 5-25 is probably a little bit too much for hunting applications, let's say within 200 yards. That being said though, 25 times magnification will definitely help you to see those little bullet holes on paper if you're shooting at like 100 meters plus, as opposed to 18 times, which might not give you that little bit extra that you need for applications like that. So I'd say that there's no clear winner here. The two are just different. 3-18 is perhaps a little bit more versatile, but 5-25, if you need that little bit of extra zoom for seeing those small details at extended distances, this might be the one you want to go for. This is quite a big point, and it may be what tips you towards the 3-18 if you want to use this rifle scope on an all-purpose rifle. What I mean by that is if you want to compete in a precision rifle competition or just shoot gongs one weekend and then you want to go on a walk and stalk hunt the next weekend, you need something that's not going to weigh a ton. And the 3-18 is significantly shorter, significantly lighter, significantly more compact than the larger 5-25 big brother. You may not care about weight if you are only planning to shoot off the bench or shoot precision rifle competitions, and in that case the 5-25 may even be of a benefit because the extra weight will help you feel less recoil. However, when you're talking about form factor in general, the 3-18 is your clear winner here. Both these models have very respectable elevation travel thanks to the bigger 34mm tube, which allows more space for that erector tube inside to move up and down. The 5-25 Titan had 80 MOA of elevation travel when we introduced it. We actually managed to recently get that up to 90 MOA or 26 mils of elevation travel by sacrificing a little bit of windage travel, and that's enough to get you out to a mile and beyond with a good long range cartridge. However, if you want to talk about total elevation travel, the 3-18 Titan once again is the clear winner here with 150 MOA or 43 mils of elevation travel. That's a lot. In fact, it's more than the vast majority of shooters will ever need. However, if extreme long range shooting is your thing, this is definitely the clear winner. 150 MOA of elevation travel is a lot. In this battle, there really isn't a clear winner because the various strengths and weaknesses of each model are quite minor and hard to pick up. When you're talking about light transmission, we must remember that light transmission and light gathering are not necessarily the same thing. When you're talking about light gathering, you're talking about the amount of light that enters the rifle scope, and light enters through the objective lens. So the larger 56mm objective lens on the 5-25 will take in a little bit more light than the 50mm objective lens on the 3-18. Light transmission though is pretty much the same. Light transmission on both of these models is about 91%, meaning that of the light that comes into the objective lens, around 91% of that light will reach your eye. The reason that I say this isn't such a big deal is that yes, the larger 56mm objective lens, if you had to compare the two of these at the same magnification, let's say for example at 10 times on both, you'd probably find that the 5-25 is a little bit brighter at the same magnification. However, it won't be that noticeable, and the 56mm objective lens is only really needed for those high magnifications, because once you zoom out, you actually have more light coming into your scope anyway. So the 3-18 at 3 times, for example, will appear brighter than the 5-25 at 5 times. I know it's confusing, but bottom line is that the objective lenses are about the right size for each specific magnification range on each of these scopes, and the apparent brightness will be about the same on each of these models. So there's no clear winner there. It's not often spoken about, but there are benefits to smaller objective lenses, form factor aside. A smaller objective lens doesn't have to bend light at such extreme angles at the edges, and therefore often creates less chromatic aberration and other optical weaknesses. This also means that your depth of field is longer, so it's a little more forgiving when it comes to getting your target in focus. The reality is though that both of these optical systems are so similar in quality that you probably wouldn't even notice a difference between them without really scrutinizing them. So I don't think that optical performance is really a factor when trying to decide between the two of these. The 3-18 has a recommended retail price that puts it a little bit cheaper than the 5-25, and you may see this as a given considering that the 5-25 has a higher magnification range or greater maximum magnification. However, when you consider that the 3-18 is a 6 times zoom optical system and the 5-25 is a 5 times zoom optical system, you could argue that the 3-18 is better value for money. As with most of these comparisons though, value for money is a very subjective term and really depends on what features you determine to be more valuable for your particular requirements. So I hope this has helped you to understand the differences between these two rifle scopes a little bit better. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions. We'll be happy to help you, and consider checking out the Element Optics owners group on Facebook, which is completely independent from us, not associated with us at all. You can get real world unbiased opinions of these two scopes from people who actually own them. I hope this has helped to make your difficult decision a little bit less difficult, and I wish you all the best for your purchase. Thanks for watching.